For the past 20 years, families got money from the Kardashians, Leo, Paris Hilton, any celebrity client for any major business for print commercials and theatrical, and they spent the money giving it to their families for exploiting the celebrity artists and the agency-signed talent, the models, the producers who are owed the money, as a referral for their employee sales network. With the brothel money, with the martyr money from the employee network and their real estate brokers who partied at the club. The club network paid off all these businesses to live off the money when they could be driving a Ferrari that they earned. Meanwhile, they're endlessly threatened to be gainfully employed with employee jobs, replacing their celebrity media job for an employee job when it happened to 5 billion people as a factory to kill the millennial network, who are the employees, and exploit the celebrity artist to have to become one of them, to be gainfully employed, when really they would die homeless because it costs the same amount, because it costs $15,000 from their family and their family's network, and it would cost that much with a place to live. Models from third world everywhere are all the same, in the USA everywhere, and they start out under a bridge, and after 20 years of working, they worked full time instead of being an employee. They're owed the checks with their families. They don't go back to third world because it's pointless, and they don't go back to their family's network because it's pointless, because they need the money for the checks they earned. They can't stop working. They're being exploited for every division, being a client everywhere. They earned the money after 10 years. Some people need hernia surgeries for $150,000, for back spinal surgeries being exploited, having to have a rod put in their back. Some of them need $1 million of health care. After 10 years, they need to stop manual labor because they're sick. They would die needing surgery. Their families are killed as martyrs because they need the money. It's just the money that they earned by law, $80,000 every day for the past 20 years times 2. When they're a celebrity supermodel or a celebrity producer, because they're sponsored. And they have everything the brothel has because they're not out of a job if they're not with a brothel. Any of the businesses who accepted the brothel investments as charity donations owe the money back to the artists. Their families could work for the next 20 years and get $600,000 to live at home. They could work for 10 years manual labor. They could work for 8 hours a day with online media when they get home. And they could work for 8 hours a day for the next 10 years for a total of 20 to work 16-hour days. Anyone in the celebrity artist families could get $600,000 with their millennials in their families. The assistants in the family could have $1 million times 2, and then the celebrity assistants would have $1.8 million times 2. It's $600,000 times 3. The millennials in their family could have $600,000 times 2. You could commute for Arbonne. You could commute for being a client for every company. It's the church of abortion to believe that they are gainfully employed with any minimum wage job. How dare you? One sin leads you to hell, such as worshiping the angels or saints. It's a sin to give anyone's family money. All the millennials cost the same amount, their whole lives. Same as the parents. It's the church of abortion worshiping yourself, playing God for their life. The millennials' Christian families paid the church as their kids were sex trafficked. The Christian church is paying the money back to the millennials. You owed them the money the whole time. Every day, the celebrity artists were working from home for 8 hours a day in between driving 8 hours a day. They had 15 people working in an office fighting for the jobs. They would lose their job when the agents know each other out of every major city. They have a celebrity network out of every major city the entire time. They're more successful than the employee brothel mixed with other brothel people who are cut off from their parents with the church of abortion. Every millennial can be a client at the hotels, at any of their restaurants, at any of their gyms. It's illegal to coerce and slander that they don't have a job. The FBI is suing any accomplices with a brothel who hold those beliefs, who discriminate against the millennials. Your fundamentalist baby boomers took advantage of you, taking advantage of the elderly. Be loyal to your own family with your spine, with courage, with a backbone. Be faithful to God. Be thankful for your angelic savant children who had a savant calling to not be with a brothel for any employee job. Healthcare is a product of retail and business. It worships the brothel to say they're bullied by whore managers who replace their job as an influencer for any major business with a bunch of employee prostitutes. The safest thing is having a business. A moment of silence. God bless America.